Alright, so this is in response to Lane's response to my video to her. And I'm sorry everybody if I am like making these videos and it doesn't really interest you, or it's not something that you are particularly wanting to be involved in the discussion. But so I have carpal tunnel, and sometimes it just hurts to like type a lot, and it's been a long day, and it's just a little easier to respond on video. But there was something I wanted to say about dreams that I didn't say before, or at least I don't think I said it. Sometimes dreams are not so much to help other people, but to help us, you know. I had a dream, that dream in particular with my cousin, like I could have prayed for him. I think inevitable, I don't think, I know, because God wills that, you know, his will is done, and his will was for him to go home. That guy, I gotta read you that letter too about that guy, because God put it on my heart to have a forgiveness for that guy, and I've actually wanted to reach out for him, and I have to tell you that later. I can't tell you that now because this is really like a quick video. But so the dreams sometimes are to prepare us for tragedy. So like God gave me in a dream that my husband was cheating on me. God gave me in a dream that he would leave. God gave me in a dream that he would take the car, which he picked up the car, by the way, the Cadillac. I don't remember how long ago now. I actually have it. Yeah, I do remember May 12th because he wrote it on a letter. He wrote a letter. It just had nothing to do with our divorce. It had to do with the with taking the car. I'll update on that. But excuse me. So God's giving me all these dreams, like the dream about the waves and making a choice in life, and him revealing to me what it means. Well, he had another dream for me where, and I think the guy that, I can't say his name because his name is a bit blasphemous, because he's calling himself who he's not, or he believes he is, but I still treat him with love because he's God's creation, and he's a pretty interesting guy. But you know who you are, mister. I'm gonna give you Mad Dog, Christian Mad Dog. Anyways, nah, so I still care about him even though he's got this name. But I told you that I would share my dream with you, and I wanted to make the other videos before I was able to make this one. So my dream that I was going to tell you about, and Elaine, this will pertain to you too. My dream was about, it was very short. I couldn't remember any other part of the dream, but this part was very vivid. And Elaine, you said yourself that when you remember, and I said this was going to be short, but it went somewhere else. So you said that something about your dreams. Oh, that you don't remember the parts that you don't have a message. And it's the same thing for me. The part that you do remember does have a message. So for me, this is the only part that I remember about the dream. And I don't know if there was any other part of the dream, or I just don't remember it. Nevertheless, the dream was about me looking at the back of a man. This man was an actual human, like meaning, and it's going to make more sense when I describe the rest of the dream. So I'm looking at the back of this man, and he has his shirt off. And the man has, he's I want to say Latino or some sort of he had light skin. He didn't have dark skin. So, and he wasn't heavy, he wasn't thin, he was kind of medium built, maybe a little thicker than medium, but not heavy. And I would say maybe the age of like, not even middle age, because it kind of seemed like a young body. it wasn't tone or nothing like that, but just, you know, like sometimes when you're older, you just have scarring or life, you know, is on your body. But, and Elaine, I think I know what you're talking about now that I laugh. I'm not funny, I just laugh at myself, I guess. The body was kind of medium. I don't think it mattered, but I would say average age, you know, like early 30s or something. I don't know. Anyways, I couldn't see who this guy was. I don't think it mattered, but I could see his back, and he was shirtless. He had pants on, but he was shirtless, and on his back, he had a tattoo of a back, and it looked like his back. But the back, so if you can imagine, like the neck, the tattoo started with like half of a neck or a quarter of the neck, the bottom part of the neck, and then it moved like in shape of his back, a back. So it was like a mirroring, you know, of his own actual back is what this tattoo was. So I'm looking at this tattoo like, what the heck? Now, I have my own tattoos, you know, and they all mean something to me. But this tattoo, and I'm sorry, the person that didn't want me to wear makeup probably won't be happy that I have all these tattoos, and I do apologize, and I'm not laughing at that. I'm just saying, like, I don't mean to make anybody stumble. I have, my understanding of scripture when it comes to tattoos. Anywho, personally, back to the dream, I mean, sorry, I'm watching out for traffic. The tattoo on this back was of exactly the same back, shirtless with the pants on. And on the back of the tattoo, not on his back, but the tattoo itself had a bite in it. So it looked like a human bite, not like an animal bite, but like a human bite. And my picture, and I'm guessing it's me, but I don't know for sure that it's me. It kind of looked like a female, I want to say maybe a younger version of me, if not another Latina. But in my understanding, it represented me, you know. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe there's another interpretation to the dream. But so now you've got the tattoo of a back on a back. And in addition to that, like right around, let's say, you can see right around here, if this was the back, was a face of a female. And this female's kind of like looking up, like this way, at the bite, which is like right around here on the back. And she's looking at, no. She's looking in that direction, but she's not looking at it because she was looking at an apple that she had that she was going to bite. So kind of like this, you know, and she's like looking this way. And the apple's somewhere here. And the bite is somewhere here on the shoulder, like in the shoulder area. And so, sorry, I'm telling my friend to be quiet. Because I'm video recording. So anyways, so there's the bite, and then there's the woman and the apple, and then there's another piece there's like right around here, headed in her direction, like in her mouth, because she's got her mouth open like she's gonna bite this apple, and it seems like a piece of apple heading her way, or maybe it's a piece of the flesh, I don't know, but the flesh had like a perfect human bite in it, you know. So I didn't know what the heck it meant at first, but then I prayed, and Elaine, this is where I think the message is a good point for you, is that I had to pray to God to reveal to me what that meant. And he did, and right now I'm probably going to mess it up because I don't remember well right now, but I believe he said that what that represented was I forgot this. Oh, sorry. So I just remembered. On his back, he had the number 88. So the man's actual back had a tattoo of a back with a bite in it with the number 88 on the middle. So somewhere right around here was an 88, the bite, the woman's face, and then the apple, kind of going like this. So I didn't know what 88 meant, so I started to look in the Bible to see what 88 meant. And there's scriptures, Psalms 88. So I started doing some research and Googling, and it talked about judgment, and it talked about end times, kind of, and the return of God, and just more of the wrath of God in a way. And of course, the apple being temptation, and Eve, and the bite in the man's body was us, partaking in that body of our flesh, not Christ's flesh, because how when God sat with his disciples, he said, "This is my flesh," This was different. This was my own human flesh, indulgence, I guess, And so what God revealed to me was, I believe, a warning that I should not, the time is short. So the warning was both for society, for me to tell you guys, or for me to tell whomever I would tell my dream to, as a warning that Jesus is coming back soon. And so for us to be indulging in our flesh like that, in our desires, is against our own benefit, because he's coming back soon. The apple representing temptation, and it's to the point to where not only was I taking a bite of the apple, but it was also being kind of force fed into me, which is very telling with how society is pushing the gay agenda, pushing the transgender in the bathrooms, and just changing a lot of the laws and a lot of the high-mindedness that's going on, just super out of order lawlessness, and against God's law, that is. And so I think it was just a warning that I need to make sure not to go back, because I've been being tempted to return back to an old condition, and when I say tempted, I don't actually feel tempted, but the opportunity is presenting itself. And I would say I probably was entertaining the conversation, as in literally Facebooking somebody I shouldn't be Facebooking. And basically, I'm not even going to try to sugarcoat that. And I'm not saying I did anything inappropriate, other than I know God doesn't want me to go back to any of my old friends or any of my old ways or anything like that. So it's kind of like Lot's wife, even looking back, even though she didn't go back, to long it. I think the scriptures say that anybody who looks back on their life is not worthy of the kingdom. And that's true. And I'm always thanking the Lord for his grace and his mercy, because more so before than now, I would look back and I would miss it, that longing like Lot's wife had. And so I think it was just a warning to me not to allow that to happen, to stay awake, to not fall asleep in my conditions, and not ever go back even to something so seemingly innocent as a friendship, because things turn to other things. And so when you have friends from an old lifestyle, not only do you get rid of the lifestyle, but you also have to get rid of the friends and cut ties. So I wanted to add that to this dream situation, because sometimes the dreams have nothing to do with the future and has everything to do, future for us, but not necessarily future for others. So be mindful of that and ask God for interpretation. If you don't know, search the scriptures and get godly counsel from people who have been blessed with the gift of dream interpretation. So that's it. If I wanted to try to dissect your dream, I probably could, because I do believe God's given me dream interpretation. I'm just not honed in on it, because like you, I was kind of not wanting it and not knowing it and not understanding it, but I believe that now I'm more spiritually strong, and until you're ready to get that gift, I wouldn't want to just keep praying and asking God to strengthen you in that area. So Jeff, you're so funny, you crack me up. I'm not awesome, God is awesome. Like Baptist John said, I think it was him. Who was it? I'm nothing but dirty, filthy rags. It was Paul. It's probably Paul. So bad with names. I'm so sorry. So anywho, yeah, I'm filthy rags, but God turns ashes into pearls, and I'm a pearl. I'm getting shining. All right, thank you for listening. I'm sorry, everybody else, if this was not pertinent to you. I pray that it is in some way. There was something else I wanted to share, but I could share it for another time. And the other guy, my friend, who's got that name that he should probably change, Michael. I can call you by your name, Michael, right? I love your name. Anywho, Michael, there you go. That was my dream that I wanted to share. And I pray that, God continues to be with you and reveal himself to you. True God. One and only true God. God of Abraham, Jacob, and Isaac. I think isn't that the trio? All right, thanks for listening. Bye.